Today, our errand day somehow turns into a Siena City Walking Tour.
We're descending down into the cold valley.
And Matteo was way too excited to not give you some fun facts about this fascinating city.
This is the third tallest tower in Italy. But luckily some cities still have their gates and walls, such as Siena.
And its deep-rooted ties to its 17 districts.
You can tell exactly where you are based on all the flags hanging from the windows and that. Oh, check how cool this is. I actually think that like children in that are baptized using these fountains. This wasn't planned part of our itinerary, but we seem to have stumbled across a meeting point.
Nice.
But we are not done there.
Along with its relationship to the Palio di Siena, the most insane horse race in Italy.
It's chaotic. Absolutely chaotic.
We get lost in the labyrinth of streets.
Wow, this city turns you around fast, eh?
Stumbling across the most stunning views over the city and its quickly changing landscape.
We're on an adventure today. Welcome to Siena, the city of Siena.
Oh, wow. Whoa. We're Matteo and Micha, and we're currently on the world's slowest Italian road trip, traveling to all 20 regions of Italy. Subscribe to follow the adventure.
One of the top things to do here in Siena is the Palio di Siena, the horse race that got deleted from our channel, which we'll probably explain in our other Siena videos.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, if you're lucky. But you can buy flags that represent the different contradas, like the districts, the flags behind me. And we have two already, so we don't really need one now, also because it's November. The race is in like July and August, so that's not going to help us right now.
You want to show them where we just entered?
Yeah, I'll turn you around now.
And boom. Stunning day in the Campo. I almost passed out and vomited from heat stroke in this one corner back here during the Palio. That was a good time for me. In the summer, this place gets ridiculous for the Palio. You can't even walk. And you're sweating so much, you don't even know what is going on. It's the one time in my life I've actually experienced heat stroke or heat fatigue, because I literally almost passed out while I was filming. It was the most bizarre feeling. Just did not feel good at all. But anyway, it's chillier now, which I'm not mad about.
It's still quite warm in the sun though.
It is.
This is the third tallest tower in Italy. If you minus like all the like modern buildings and stuff, this was the third tallest tower. Well, from my understanding, freestanding tower that doesn't have like any purpose besides like being a tower. This is number 3.
I love that we're out running errands and Matteo can't help but tell you facts.
Yeah, and if you see these lines behind us, that is actually because there used to be like 9 lords of Siena, and all 9 lines represent the 9 lords. And this piazza is here because the 3 hills that surround Siena all diverge at this one point. It's called the Campo, which means field in Italian, because it actually used to hold the markets. It used to actually be a field where markets were held. The more you know.
Like the Campo de Fiori in Rome, and that's the field of flowers. Although rumor has it, called the field of flowers because of all the deaths and stuff, so people would like throw flowers to like mask the smell. We've come across this little bar and bistro, and when we were here for the Palio, we sat with his parents here and had breakfast.
Cool fact, vicolo means alley. It's not via, it's not a road, it's vicolo, it's an alleyway. And it's actually a very cute alleyway at that. If you are one of the 10,000 lucky people that saw our Palio di Siena video, we are currently in the Tower District. It's an elephant with a tower on its back. This is where their stable is, where they kept the horse, because each horse has to be protected overnight once it's drawn and then looked after. The stable is up here. I bet you I can insert footage right now that shows you exactly where the horse was walking around. Again, you're never going to get the full Palio video. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it would have been right here. And they blocked off this section, and we would have seen it right here.
This is definitely it, because it says area is video surveillance. I don't know what's up with all the marble, but this has to be a stable. There's breathing holes, doors. Also, that's the Siena flag, white on top, black on bottom. And I'm guessing that might be the tower It's not the elephant, but maybe that's like the other like mascot. I don't know.
Or it could just be the thing of the city.
Yeah, it could be. All right, hold on a second. Sorry. Let's
There
keep
it
walking.
is.
Let's
There
keep
it is.
walking.
There it is.
The Tower Contrada stable.
This is it. This is where they keep the horse for the Palio.
There you have it. Now you're getting part. You know what? You're going to get the whole Palio video somewhere along all our Siena videos mixed together. We watched them having their massive Contrada dinner down here. Remember when you came down here and they had like the entire festival blocked off and the whole district takes part in it and the young children serve everybody and there's just lines of tables everywhere. And like, so if we go a little bit further down, it looks exactly like this.
You're so right. I didn't even realize we were right there.
This entire area had tables from top to bottom, people serving them. The stage was over there because each district has a mayor, and the guys were standing there saying stuff, singing. The jockey was getting praised. We wanted to join, but you have to be either invited by somebody from the district or be part of the district.
No, or buy tickets. There are some Americans who were just super ahead of the game. We just did not do that.
Yeah. We are arriving at Piazza del Mercato. I haven't actually looked at the times yet of when the market's here. I probably should, that would be helpful. But it's where the market is.
Something tells me it's not happening right now.
May have missed the market. It is Monday.
Alrighty.
Well, let's go see the pretty Sienese views from the side of the market. Oh, you know what that might be? That might be the medieval garden down there.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah. Parco dell'Orto dei Pecci is the medieval garden behind us. From my understanding, it is where the prisoners used to actually go and farm vegetables and fruits and grow their crops and whatnot when they were prisoners, obviously. But also there's a bridge of justice somewhere here, because I think it's where the people that used to get executed in said garden used to have to cross underneath the bridge or something. I don't quite know where it is. I haven't figured it out, but that's why this is still a medieval garden. We'll figure that out, I think, if we can find it. Maybe it's not a bridge. The street of the door of justice. So maybe they got walked down here, the prisoners, on the way to the garden to be executed. This must be the street that leads down to the garden. But for now, we're going to show you the most popular restaurant in Siena that we shall not be visiting because budgeting. Because of our new series that's coming up as well, and we find it a lot more fun to do our new series than it would be to just go to a restaurant. Dude, it smells like a wet cat. Oh. This pasta is going to be different to anything we've ever had. Oh. You should try out this restaurant though, because apparently it's one of the #1 things to do here in Siena food-wise. It was the next corner where the dude's restaurant is. During our Palio, we actually walked up the street through this district, which I think was the
tiger, the bear,
no,
the elephant.
the thing that looked like a fish. Maybe it was the wave, the flag with the blue and white.
Yeah, they had tables set up on either side here. There's tables and chairs here and here.
Because we were trying to make our way to the Campo, but a lot of the streets were blocked off. Ooh, one of those streets back there means then we did see the oxen that pulled the cart. Insert clip here.
And somehow we managed to come across the massive oxen that were to draw the cart for the parade.
For everybody wanting one of the best restaurants in Siena, highly recommended, just not by us. This is it. This is the one where Rick Steves had in his YouTube video.
Look at all those Michelin stars though.
Osteria, la Taverna di San Giuseppe.
I mean, it's riddled with Michelin stars, so something tells me it probably lives up to the hype. Let's see, what are the prices looking like here? It's actually not expensive.
They got a cool underground, like a cool...
Wait, what the heck? Why was I expecting these to be like $1 million a plate? So you're looking at like the 12 to 15 range for the appetizers. Veggie side dishes are 7 to 8. First course, wow, that's way more affordable than I thought it would be. You're looking at 13 up to 20, but roughly they all sit around 15. And for the second course or the main course, you're looking roughly around 20 to 25 euro. And for the desserts, it's sitting roughly around 8 euro. And from the restaurant,
there it is, that's the flag, that's the emblem, the symbol of the Contrada. The Contrada Museum of the Wave. It's the Wave, one of the Contradas. Oh, check how cool this is. They've got the church of San Giuseppe next to us. That one. Fountain in front of us.
Good job.
That church does not belong to this Contrada, so that's not on our list. The Ark of San Giuseppe behind us.
And where you'll find the Michelin star restaurant.
Yes.
Right there.
Then it tells us here that we have where the stable is, the Campo, where the Piazza is. So this must be all part of the Wave District, Wave Contrada. There are 17 Contradas, so you move between them pretty quickly. However, especially during summertime, you can tell exactly where you are based on all the flags hanging from the windows and that. But like, or even round about now, we are in November, mid-November. If you look behind us, the Waves logo is on the wall. Now here is my full explanation of what a Contrada is and what the Contradas mean to the city of Siena. The medieval city of Siena lies south of Florence, in the heart of Tuscany. The old city centre is still surrounded by its medieval walls, and you can admire its frozen-in-time appeal as you walk through the streets. The city is divided into 17 districts, called Contradas, which were established during the 15th and 16th centuries. Each Contrada has its own territory, colours and coat of arms, which usually depicts an animal, as well as its own headquarters, social club, church, stable, museum and victory hall containing banners and prizes won over the centuries. Each Sienese citizen belongs to a Contrada and participates in the life of that Contrada, which comes with a sense of identity and belonging, which is unique to Siena. I didn't almost fall over. Medieval garden.
Oh, this is a much better view.
It gets better.
Is it? This looks like a postcard.
Can you guys hear that ticking? So on the main like museums and stuff, buildings that are of importance, you can hear a it's an electric fence actually running around its top rooftop. I think it's to stop the birds from landing on it and causing problems.
I was wondering why I felt like I was in South Africa all of a sudden.
Yeah, so that's what happens when something's sitting on the fence, because it's trying to get rid of it. It tries to push it off with a current. We also had heard that at the Galileo Galilei Museum in Florence. We could not figure out why that sound was happening, but it's an electric fence for the birds, I think.
Where to next, Squire?
I'm going to take us to a park that I didn't know existed until a minute ago. There, can you hear that tick? That's the electric fence. What's so cool about Siena, we're just in the Wave District. However, if we continue up this road, we arrive at the Turtle District.
I like turtles.
There we go. We're in the Tower District earlier. Now I think we're in the Turtle District, but based actually, I think this is the Turtle District's church, Sant'Agostino. I'm going to have to double check that one because there's so many churches in Italy that you don't know who belongs to who, especially in Siena. We're going to take a look around the park.
Whoa! Now that's a view.
It's green still, eh?
Onwards and upwards.
I think there's a park in front of us. This is actually going to be a sick view with a sick day, with the clouds, with the sky, with the greenery. It's going to look really cool from back there. We may have entered the university.
I think we entered the university.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. What is this? We are here at the Orto dei Tolomei. We're staying up here somewhere. Medici Fort, Campo.
Why does this make Siena look massive?
I don't know. It's a shape.
Ooh, let's go this way.
Let's go check that out. We're on an adventure today. Welcome to Siena, the city of Siena.
Wow. Whoa. The view from this path is incredible.
It's very green, but it's also been raining quite a lot. So I think that adds to our greenery. It's not normally this green in November, is it? Or does it only start to die after like December?
I don't know, technically it's still fall.
I mean, look at this view. Come on. Seriously, what is this place? Parking for the main piazza seems to be down here. Whoa.
What?
I don't think you can see this on the camera, but
What?
those mountains are wild. That is some like Jurassic Park looking.
Oh yeah, they do. They look fake.
Is half of it cloud?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean the mountain's there, but I definitely think some of that's cloud. Okay, let's go see this thing in here because we think that there's a higher viewpoint that can get us up to the top wall.
Why are the stairs locked?
Maybe not. Maybe the elevator? Does the elevator not work? No. Can you open it? Is it locked? How do those people get up there? Press the button, see if it works. Oh. Okay, that's random.
Why would that be locked?
I don't know. Maybe they're working on the stairs.
Wait, this only goes down.
How do you know it only goes down?
It really seems to go down.
No.
We're gonna go back up.
How did they get up there? People are sitting up on
No,
that
man,
wall.
we went left of the thing there where we could have gone right because our camera doesn't support slow-mo.
Just walk really slow. It doesn't have the same effect, you know?
What I find super awesome about Italy, and it still impresses me every time we are somewhere, is that you can have the city, like absolute heart of the city center right there with the tower and the town hall. Over there, if you look to the left, you've got the cathedral with the new cathedral facade. But at the same time, still have olive groves here in a park where people live and churches on every little hilltop. Like you just have city right next to the greenery. You can get lost around every corner. One part city, one part greenery. I love it. I absolutely love this concoction because nowadays you're either in like concrete jungle or you're like out in the wilderness. This is just a blend of both. A beautiful blend of both.
So we went down, but now we've come to the upper level. That makes a lot more sense.
It is an absolutely stunning day. It's not cold, it's not hot, it's not dead, it's green, lush, beautiful blue skies with some clouds. What a day to be alive. Sounds like there's a music school next to us.
Or they're just really good at playing music for the atmosphere.
Isn't it funny how even the most mundane walls look like a fort?
Let's see. Yeah, that actually does.
Probably is a fort.
Probably.
Wait, where on earth are there stairs there? Come.
I was like, how do we get down? There's so many tiers to this thing. That's crazy. The sky looks wild today.
You have the flags of the 17 Contradas.
Can you name all of them?
Let's see how well my memory serves me. It's been a year and about 5 months since I actually learned all of them. The ram, the tower, the turtle, I don't know.
Oof.
The leopard, the wave, the goose, the shell, the wolf, which is actually the symbol of the city. The unicorn, I know the unicorn is one. The hedgehog, the giraffe, which is the first paleo I ever watched. When I came here in 2016, before Michelle and I had met, I came on a bus to Alps tour to the paleo just for the day. So I have a flag of the giraffe at home. The tower was the one where we supported last year. The dragon, I'm assuming the owl because there's an owl. The snail, I know is one, so that's a snail. I have no idea. The caterpillar, the eagle. I think there's an eagle. There's definitely an eagle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All 17. I've got most of them.
It's crazy because they've painted like a mural on this wall, which makes it just seem like a part of the skyline when you're standing here. The views just keep getting better.
From my understanding, based on my visual observation of the map, this park should wrap around that way to then another botanical garden, which if there's a viewpoint there would actually be quite cool to come for sunset, because the sun's obviously going to set that side and not this side, which has the beautiful view now. But if we can check on that side and see if the sun sets there, if there's a place to hang out, have a drink, should be pretty cool. But there's a lot of olive groves around here, olive trees placed amongst them. Welcome to Italy, man. We've come to the other side of the park. It's not as impressive.
It's just like a hill. People are chilling, but it's not.
And place for dogs to walk around. But I don't know where we are now. So let's go see what the next adventure awaits us. We have discovered an ancient gate in front of us. We're going to see what it's all about. The city of Siena still has its ancient wall around it. And in between that wall, there are 12 gates that still stand in its place. This is one of them, Porta Tufi. So we're staying pretty much in the center. We haven't had a chance to see the walls. They look like they're actually in pretty good condition still. We'll go take a look from the other side. If you've been paying attention to our journey so far, or medieval history in general, you would know that in around about the 1800s throughout Europe, all these medieval or Renaissance or whatever era, the walls, gates, towers of a city were built. Around the 1800s, the use of the walls and gates started to become like null and void because the wars weren't happening. The countries were becoming countries and all the regions were joining together. And so most of the big cities actually started to demolish the walls and gates of the ancient city. Walls were demolished in order to make way for new streets because the cars were starting to be developed in the early 1900s, and they needed a place for the economy to actually flow better and for the city to operate better. But luckily some cities still have their gates and walls, such as Siena. Florence's ones sadly are majority are just completely gone, and now they're just streets where the cars drive. But here we still got our gate, still got our wall going around the city, and I'll show you a map of the city over there right now. Because Siena lies between 3 major hills, it's a very strategic point in a way, but also a very hilly city. This thick grey line are the ancient walls, and you can find the gates throughout it. So right now we're at the most southern point of the city, heading towards Rome, but not the Roman gate because that is this one, Porta Romana. It's still south. Before the Medici completely took over Siena in 1555, this was the main gate of protection against Florence. Monteregione is somewhere up here, and so Monteregione stood in the way between Florence and Siena, and that's why that little fortress exists. But other than that, this is your most northern point of protection. Your defense is up here in the north of Siena. If you're driving through Italy and you come across the sign behind me, the red circle with a white inside, it means Zona Traffico Limitato. It means that you either cannot drive through that area at all, or you can only do so during certain times. You'll see a ZTL, or what do you guys call it, a ZTL zone with times. It usually has a screen telling you if it's accessible or not during certain times. So if you're driving through Italy, pay attention to that circle, because the moment you enter that circle, you will get fined if you're not there during the right time. Also, your signs in Italy are going to confuse you. I mean, this says there's a parking with the height limit, but only restricted to certain cars that are allowed to park in there at a speed of 30 kilometers an hour. How are you reading all of that all at once on the way into your parking lot, knowing which car that you have that's specified that's allowed to go into the parking lot, Who knows? But your end of your traffic zone ends there. Do you see how there's a line through it? That means that after that, there's no longer a limited zone that you can go within. We are now about to enter the botanical garden that we accidentally stumbled across.
Is it free?
I was to say that one.
Oh, that is very mushy.
According to my, what is a map?
Cartography skills?
According to my cartographic skills, if we go around that building, there should be a big garden. Maybe with a cool view. Closing at, what month are we in? 25th of October to 13th February 4. Leave by 4:30. We've still got an hour and a half.
There's a ticket office. I think we have to buy tickets. I think we have to buy tickets.
Oh, yeah, I think we do have to buy tickets.
How much are they?
So there's a ticket office to the botanical garden. It is €5. Neither of us are really keen to see a botanical garden right now.
We're enjoying walking around the city, so I think we're just gonna keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
But it is here and it's €5 per person. So if you did want to see it, come and enjoy.
I can't compliment on how beautiful it is. If you know how beautiful it was or you've been visited it,
Let us know.
let us know, yeah. Next to our botanical garden and our University of Siena, we have the Museum of Natural History as well as the zoological department, from what it looks like.
Yeah, you've got some little stuffed animals here. And it doesn't smell too great. But that's here if you want to see it. But these are the hours. It does smell funny. Let's go. Whoa. How's this fountain?
So we are still in the turtle district. I'm guessing this is their fountain. Each district has its own fountain, if I didn't mention that before. I actually think that like children in that are baptized or something along those lines using these fountains, which is actually pretty cool. You're born into the district, you stay in that district, your life revolves around that district. Digging further into my brain, you're baptized in the church of the district, then you are inaugurated essentially into your district using the fountain's water. That makes more sense. But as you can tell, you've got your Contrada della Tartuca, which is of the tortoise, as well as their symbol is on the wall behind Michelle, along with the Medici crest in the top corner that's just randomly there under an arc.
Oh yeah, there it
You've got your
is.
tortoise with the yellow and blue.
Oh yeah, that one's more hidden than the other one.
We've got our tortoise over there. However, if you look to this side, we have the eagle. That's how quickly these districts change. But we are not done there. On that side, you've got the wave. So you've got tortoise, eagle, wave. This is like a meeting point. While surrounding our way around the corner, we came across this little shop behind us. That was actually included in our Palio video as well.
Since our hotel was located in the Torre district, our allegiance was predetermined. So we set out to find the traditional flag, which doubles as a scarf, in support of our neighborhood. As the friendly owner was helping us suit up, we noticed a picture of him and Rick Steves behind the register. So apparently America's travel dad had also been to this shop.
Bye.
Grazie mille, ciao. Speaking of dads, we have special guests with us for this event. Matteo's parents, Giuseppe and Kim.
Just met Marissa, and she's one of our subscribers who said hello. It's so nice to meet you.
Awesome to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Woo!
Not gonna lie, it felt like a bit of a fraud. Our entire Contrada came past us singing all the songs, and we were just kind of sitting there going. And then they stopped singing for a bit, and they were like, woo! And then the next song starts up, and we're like, all right.
It is such a gorgeous day today. Are you excited to see this cathedral?
Always excited to see a cathedral. It's only about the 252nd that we've seen in the last 3 years. Always excited, never afraid. There's the Church of Saint Dominic of Catherine. Saint Catherine is one of the patron saints of Italy, along with Saint Francis of Assisi. Her head and her thumb is actually inside that church. But not only that, the only thing ever painted of her while she was alive is inside that church. The rest of her paintings that are all done after her death.
This is
We're going to Fontebranda, which is a fountain of something. We didn't, this was unplanned, don't know, I just saw it on the Google Maps.
Other than Barcelona, where I saw one of these going up to the hill at Park Güell, I think. It's the first time I've seen an escalator on the...
Where does it go?
Well, I guess maybe there's a parking garage underneath, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a parking. Good job. Oh, we're at the bottom of St. Dominic. Wow, this city turns you around fast, eh? There's the ancient wall.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, we're much lower than the church now.
We didn't expect that.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't actually know where we're going, but we're descending down into the cold valley below the church.
This is some ancient stone. It's actually a gorgeous little path.
It is, eh? Untouched in a way. I don't think anybody comes down here, to be honest with you. Anybody touristic anyway, I think. I have no idea where we're going. All I know is we have to get back up at the end, so
What?
there's something strange here. We're going to check it out, but other than that, I'm not too sure what we're doing.
My hands are cold.
That's the thing down there. Okay, now we're part of the rhino.
Oh, cool. There must be some event or something happening down here. Oh, are these like, this must be it then.
This is it.
Don't get hit. Nice work. You got us to this thingy.
We gotta read the plot. Whoa, this is actually pretty cool.
Are these the aqueducts?
I don't know, but there's a...
Because I feel like when I read about the aqueducts, I feel like this might be it.
Okay.
Ooh, fishy.
Well, let's go read the sign.
Tell us, wise one.
This wasn't planned part of our itinerary, but we seem to have stumbled across the most famous, the most monumental, the biggest, and the most important fountain of the city of Siena. The water, this is a part of its ancient aqueducts.
I knew it. I said that.
You got that right. The water comes in from 25 kilometers away and actually runs underground to here. This is the first, from what it says, like a pool that used to be used for drinking. But this fountain is so famous that it was mentioned by a couple people, including Dante, during history.
We don't have too much daylight working with us here, but it's still pretty cool.
It's not freezing. It feels fresh. Hello.
We walked quite a ways down.
Oh, quite an unexpected treat.
I know.
What else is
This
there?
is actually very cool. Wish we would have come here earlier so we could see it in the daylight.
Wait, the wash house is a little further. Apparently there's a wash house. They say that this, oh, that's what it means. This was the drinking area. Then they had another one for animals to drink at, which doesn't exist anymore. And then they have the wash house a little further down. So let's go check that out before the sun drops.
We've descended quite a hill to get down here. Well, we are quite literally at the base of this church. That is pretty cool.
The lights just came on for the city. The moon looks crazy over there.
Does it? There we go. Let's go, let's go. We're losing daylight.
The wash house is here on the right.
It's not looking too operational.
Oh, literally, look inside. It has taps and...
But it doesn't look like it's like operational at
You
all.
don't come and wash your clothes outdoors anymore.
I'm just saying so we can see it.
Yeah, well the door's open.
I don't think we can go in there.
Well, we're not going to go in, we're just looking at it. pretty cool. Though. Do you want to check it out? We're not going to go inside because we're not going to break any rules.
Look at my old little Italian man walking with his hands behind his back.
Nothing here. Just a couple guys playing cricket, bus stop, ancient city wall. But the wash house isn't there. I don't think it's a visitable thing, to be honest. I think it's just part of the ancient city. I don't think they've maybe opened it up to be for visitors yet. But it was cool to see, though. I didn't notice here. I just saw it on the map. The sky's starting to look really orange. Maybe we should climb the hill and go and check what's up. Because right now we're in the valley.
So that's one of the other ancient gates, I'm assuming?
Wait, it looks like it could have just been part of the wall and they made a hole for the road. That doesn't look like a gate. It looked like it would have just been a wall, eh?
Yeah, but it has this slidey thingy where you could like close it, at the top.
Oh, I think it's just an arch.
Looks like a thing you'd drop. Cool view from down here. But we shall continue. Seems to be a cute little bar down here.
The church looks sick from here, though. Behind you.
Oh, yeah. It's fun having a little adventure through the city. That was unplanned, but it's cool to
Wait,
see.
I think we can go up here.
Well, where? We're gonna climb a hill?
I don't know. Whoa.
Okay.
Right now we're below the San Domenico church. This should pop us out just below it or above it.
Then church bells do be tolling, which means it's 5 p.m. Wow, look at the moon. This is crazy.
Whew. This is hilly.
I almost just tipped over on something.
Whoa, check out to the side.
What? Oh, sick. This is really cool.
I think this is where we're going to conclude this video. But I think today was fun.
It was.
We had a good time.
And I like this little surprise ending.
Yeah. It's actually very cool. Very cool. It's just green amongst all the city. It's not a big city. That's the thing, is that you can accommodate for... Oh, that's cool.
There's so many cute restaurants here.
You can accommodate for the greenery and the city. And it's actually just pretty beautiful. We're actually really liking it here.
I know.
If
Just be ready to climb. That's all I'm going to say.
It's becoming dark. It's only 5 o'clock.
We just made it to the top of the hill here. And we've come to this very quiet but cute street with an incredible view of the city.
If you'd like to know where this beautiful little spot is, obviously next to the San Domenico church, Vicolo del Campaccio, which is the alleyway. If you've been paying attention, Vicolo is alley, via is road. And so we now have to go down a little alleyway to make our way back to where we're staying. But this is possibly one of the more beautiful spots we've actually seen here in the city. This is a really cool middle of everything. Cathedral, church, tower. It's actually really awesome. I'm happy we ended up here by accident.
This was such a surprise. I'd hire you.
Thank you. I need a hat. I need a chef's hat.
Let's roll.
Let's roll.
And down the alleyway we go.
Peace out, guys. Enjoy. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You've got this. We know how you do it. Let's go, son. Let's go. Okay, bye.